We're taking you inside the most exclusive airport lounges in the country.
As an avid traveler, would I recommend you guys to get a credit card to go into a lounge? I would say yes. The reason why I'm saying it's good to have lounge access is because a lot of the times a cocktail that you buy at the bar will run you about $35. If you get another one, that's another $35. That's 60 plus almost $70 in your pocket. But if you have lounge access, you can eat as much as you want, have as many drinks as you want, and sit in the lounge for as many as you want. As you can tell here, the American Express has criteria right there. So $50 fee for each guest. So basically, you can bring somebody in. If you're traveling with like 4 or 5 people, you can bring them in. They'll just charge you an additional $50. So this is something to look at, and this is with Delta. So this is the card right there. A lot of these cards come with like a free bag. So most of you guys, if you're not a regular traveler, you're probably, I would not recommend it. But if you're a business person, you own your own business and you travel a lot, I would say this card is good. Another reason why I would recommend lounge access is because you get freedom. You don't have to be next to people. If you're in the airport waiting at the gate, people may cough by you, people might sneeze. But if you're in the lounge, you got your own freedom. You can even do some work for your business. You can focus, use your laptop, and just look around. And it's also nice. You can look at the airplanes as they're outside. For anybody that's an avid sports watcher, also, if you're traveling during football season, basketball season, or soccer seasons, all those lounges have TVs and they have like ESPN. They have the top notch sports. So you're not going to miss nothing. So these lounges, they want you to really enjoy. They want you to have a good time. And the view's always good. You can look at people boarding, loading the airplanes. You can look at people unloading the airplanes. You can just sit there and relax. A lot of the times the chairs are clean, but sometimes the cleanliness is not always the best. So be careful when you're picking up a plate. Make sure that the plate is full. If the plate is not clean, I would definitely recommend that you talk to somebody in there so you can get your money's worth or they can accommodate you. For anybody out there who is gluten free or a person like me who is lactose intolerant, when you do go to the lounge, I definitely need you guys to be proactive and be a responsible adult and just ask them, hey, I can't have any dairy. What was this made with? Or I'm gluten free. I can't eat this. The good thing about the lounge is there's always chefs around. So sometimes you can even ask them to make you something of your choice that will accommodate to your health. Also, get there early. Get there early, early, early because a lot of people now are very familiar that being in a lounge, I save time, I can eat good, I can relax. These lounges fill up very, very fast. So here's the biggest airport, which is Atlanta. And this is the club. I believe it probably hasn't opened up yet, but as you can tell, people are already in line and they're waiting to go. So always make sure you get there on time. If you're traveling to Atlanta, the lounges are usually pretty full. If you're at JFK, lounges also there are full. LAX lounges are full. Minneapolis, Boston, a lot of the places that Delta's a hub, 9 times out of 10, a lot of these lounges are going to be full. Most of these lounges you'll need a membership, but I believe with Delta you can just go there and buy a day pass. Don't quote me on that. I can't speak for American, I can't speak for United or Centurion, but a lot of these lounges before you get in, they want you to be a member because being a member means you have a credit card with the airline. That credit card a lot of the time gives you a guest pass in there, or it also allows you to get a one bag or two bags for free, depending on which card you have. I'm a personal fan of all these clubs because peace and quiet. If you're traveling with a family, there's enough room for all of you guys to sit together. Is it worth the price? Yes, it is worth the price. I like to eat before I travel, so I definitely can eat and relax there. And for a lot of you guys, some of these clubs actually have showers. And finally, the view. You can't beat the view of looking at airplanes coming in, taxing out. So this is something that I think is a good idea. Once again, you're gonna pay this almost the same amount buying drinks for like 4 people versus if you get club access. I definitely will leave the link to Jeff's video with all the information below. Now, mind you guys, a lot of these clubs are not going to be perfect. They're not going to be at 100%. They're not going to have everything that you're looking for in it. But definitely, it's worth it. The reason why I say it's worth it, like I said, you get a peace and quietness. And a lot of you guys who travel and you don't charge your cell phone, you definitely have plenty of plugs in there that will allow you to charge your phone. So I'm going to skip over to the number one club here. Now, this Delta One club is very exclusive. It's not made for everybody. I believe to use the club, you have to be flying Delta One. For those of you who don't know what Delta One is basically when you're flying international, Europe, Africa, Asia, Middle East, anywhere, and a lot of those seats tend to lie down. So this is their newest club. I believe they have it at JFK and LAX and Boston. So very selective group. And the good thing about being in these clubs is if your flight is delayed, they will come and actually let you know, hey, your flight's 15 minutes away, or hey, you need to get going to your gate. So it's kind of a good, you get your money's worth out of it because it's like you're there, you almost have like a personal person kind of working with you. They will let you know when to go to your flight and when to board it. And they just don't want you to miss your flight. It's the perks of being in there. And as you can tell, the food looks really, really good. All right, guys, that is the end of the video. I'm going to leave the link to Jeb Brooks's YouTube channel below if you want to go watch the full video. I did skip over, I believe, like 5 and 6, but this is the lounges. And for me, it's worth it because you get your money worth out of it. Anyways, guys, like, comment, subscribe to the channel as we continue to grow. Have a good day to all my good and bad people out there.